Up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have another special address on fast-tracking industry towards economically viable and just net zero future. To take this forward, please put your hands together for Dr. Sanjay Mukherjee, IAS Metropolitan Commissioner, Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority. A round of applause, please, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, friends. So at the onset, I must thank the organizers for organizing this wonderful event and giving this opportunity to me to be able to present what we have been doing. My topic is pretty theoretical, so how to fast track the industry towards net zero, but I think I'll stick on what we do. That is what is the work that we are doing on the ground. So the Honorable Prime Minister announced in 2021 in the Glasgow Summit that India would achieve net zero in 2070. And he set up a very, very ambitious target. And that target was that we would be deriving 50% of our energy needs from renewable sources by 2030. So it's an extremely ambitious target. And therefore, every state, every city, every development authority, and I would say every company, whether in the private sector, public sector, cooperative sector, and every citizen of this country has now a duty to take, it ahead. Net zero is something which is extremely important. It's important because why are we doing all these things? We are doing it for us and for the next generation. In our country, when we look around and we see a lot of filth and when we see a lot of dirt, and we think that, we are polluting a lot. And so we had this campaign called as a Swachh Bharat Yojana, in which most of the cities of Maharashtra did very well. And if there is cleanliness around, so for instance, when I travel to Europe, I say, oh wow, how clean, how beautiful, how pure is the air. Well, air conditioning is on everywhere. CFCs are being emitted on in the atmosphere. The cost of electricity and the production of electricity, that is happening at some other place. The city looks good. I think that is one thing which all of us need to realize, that public spaces have to be maintained well. And when public spaces have to be maintained well, it has to be maintained well both by the authorities and by the people who use it. Similarly, second thing is the use of infrastructure. Infrastructure also needs to be used well and made well. So you make a road. If the road is badly built, it develops potholes, well, it doesn't serve the purpose. But a road is well built. It's a 4-lane road in the middle of a city, and there is one parking, double parking, triple parking. Then there is no respect to right of way. Then we will have congestion, traffic jams, emissions, and that is something that, that's something which comes within us. Friends, MMRDA today is implementing what is arguably, I think, the biggest metro rail network ever attempted at any given point of time by any country in the world. 337 kilometers of metro rail is being built by MMRDA alone. Now, apart from this, 40 kilometers is being built by MMRCL, and CITCO is going to build another 80 kilometers. So the total metro network that is being built in the Mumbai metropolitan region is more than 450 kilometers of metro rail. Today, Metro Line 2A, Metro Line 7, and Metro Line 1, there are 3 lines which are operating. Now we are operating Metro Line 1 privately, and Metro Line 2A and 7, we are operating it through our subsidiary. Now, 6.5 crore passengers are using these metro lines. So this was not available a year back. So in 1 year, we have been able to get 6.5 crore people off, over the whole period of the roads into the metro lines. And when we take these people off, then we have taken lakhs of cars off the streets. The line 1, and it's a very interesting factor, line 1, the growth per month is something like 6%. For our lines of line 2A and line 7, per month growth is something like 5% in the traffic that people are using that particular road. All these things are going towards contributing in reducing the carbon emissions, and we are moving towards net zero. Now, as we develop these things, then have we made provisions for use of renewable energy? The answer is yes. Are these green buildings certified? The answer is yes. Every building is platinum certified. Are we encouraging the use of electric vehicles and electric modes of transport? The answer is yes. In fact, if you look around in BKC, now BKC is a very interesting concept, developed way back. See, BKC, as it was developed, prior to 2611, BKC was a walkable place. You could walk through entire BKC. Therefore, there was no traffic jam. After 2611, people built compound walls. And because of building of those compound walls, people are not able to walk through. Therefore, now the footpaths are crowded. People are walking in the streets. Right? We also have a cycle track. So therefore, there is some congestion which is happening in BKC. We'll be coming out with some mechanisms to reduce the congestion in BKC. But the point is that even when BKC was planned, that time this attention towards the environment and this attention towards net zero was taken. And we also have, kept in our mind the need, as we go towards sustainability, the need to recycle, reuse, and continue this, this way. Actually, in the Indian society, I always like to say that we had a kabadi wala, and the kabadi wala was the biggest recycler. Nothing went waste. I had a bottle of water or a bottle of Noga jam, so the bottle was sold separately, the dhakkan was sold separately, whatever was left in the lining, that was sold separately. Newspapers, the newspaper wala used to come, he used to come and collect the newspapers, so we used to sell separately. You see, the plastic bottles were sold separately. So the only waste which went to the dump yard was a waste which did not have any other use and which can be used only as a resource derivable fuel, RDF. Now, as times are changing and as people are becoming more busy and as the kabadi wala is getting replaced by the municipal authority who is collecting, so we are now encouraging ward-wise segregation and ward-wise reuse. And as we go on further, then MMRDA today has tied up with KfW, the German Development Bank, and we are going to take up a big project of recycle and reuse in the entire Mumbai metropolitan area. We have already started the work at Ambarnath, and in the days to come, we will be having projects at Kalyan, Thane, Badlapur, and all other such. We have also started one project in Navi Mumbai, and we will be starting such kind of projects all around, all around Mumbai area. So friends, to conclude, I would say that on one hand, the government has to try, and the government has to put its money where its mouth is, and therefore whatever investment the government does and whatever effort the government takes, that has to be towards sustainability and towards net zero. And the projects of seamless connectivity, reducing the idling time of vehicles, use of electric vehicles. MMRDA is encouraging use of electric bicycles also in a big way. The use of electric bicycles, use of the metro network, solar power, rainwater harvesting, recycle and reuse. This is one thing which the governments can do and the government should do. And I think that we are trying our best in doing that. The other part is that the government is doing all this for whom? So it's doing it for us, all of us. And how we use that facility. The public space is everybody's space. And it is everybody's responsibility to keep it clean and to keep it well maintained. The road is everybody's road. We should not need a policeman to enforce the traffic light and lane discipline. I think if we have these disciplines with us, then I think very, very soon we shall see a transformative change in Mumbai. Some of the change has already started. The rest that we are going to see in the days to come will be phenomenal and really will take our breath away. I thank you all for inviting me here and giving me this opportunity to speak to you. Thank you so much.